Mutilation has been nearly universally condemned. Genital mutilation has been condemned by the WHO, the United Nations Children's Fund, the United Nations Population Fund. According to the WHO, genital mutilation is recognized internationally as a violation of human rights. Genital mutilation is considered particularly egregious because, as the WHO notes, it is nearly always carried out on minors and is a violation of the rights of children. Most genital mutilation is not typically performed by force, but as WHO notes, that by social convention, social norm, the social pressure to conform, to do what others do and have been doing, as well as the need to be accepted socially and the fear of being rejected by the community. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics. Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia. Like surgical mutilation, hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics. The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by late adolescence if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field with robust research and standards of care that have been developed. And if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed as the Assistant Secretary of Health, I would look forward to working with you and your office and coming to your office and discussing the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine.
The specific question was about minors. Let's be a little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia? You have said that you're willing to accelerate the protocols for street kids. I'm alarmed that poor kids with no parents who are homeless and distraught, you would just go through this and allow that to happen to a minor. I would hope that you would have compassion for Kira Bell, who's a 23-year-old girl who was confused with her identity. At 14, she read on the internet about something about transsexual. She thought, well, maybe that's what I am. She ended up getting these puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones. She had her breasts amputated. But here's what ultimately she says now. And this is a very insightful decision from someone who made a mistake but was led to believe this was a good thing by the medical community. I made a brash decision as a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do, trying to find confidence and happiness, except now the rest of my life will be negatively affected, she said, adding that the medicalized gender transitioning was a very temporary, superficial fix for a very complex identity issue. What I'm alarmed at is that you're not willing to say absolutely minors shouldn't be making decisions to amputate their breast or to amputate their genitalia. For most of our history, we have believed that minors don't have full rights and the parents need to be involved. So I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones that will affect them for the rest of their life. Will you make a more firm decision on whether or not minors should be involved in these decisions?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field, and if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question. The question is a very specific one. Should minors be making these momentous decisions? For most of the history of medicine, we wouldn't let you have a cut sewn up in the ER, but you're willing to let a minor take things that prevent their puberty, and you think they get that back? You give a woman testosterone enough that she grows a beard, do you think she's going to go back looking like a woman when you stop the testosterone? You have permanently changed them. Infertility is another problem. None of these drugs have been approved for this. They're all being used off-label. I find it ironic that the left that went nuts over hydroxychloroquine being used possibly for COVID are not alarmed that these hormones are being used off-label. There's no long-term studies. We don't know what happens to them. We do know that there are dozens and dozens of people have been through this who regret that this happened and a permanent change happened to them. And, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between the ages of 3 and 10. We should be outraged that someone's talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex. I can't vote for you if you can't make a decision.
Thank you so much, Senator Paul. Senator Levine, thank you for...
Shalom. Shalom. Yasharalam. Koholayam La. Albanawa. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Bahashim. Rekhakordash. Double honors to our elders and elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And a strong shalom to the Akwaf sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Okay, this is your brother Amoth Ya'ai from Yahweh. Amoth Ya'ai from Yahweh. Coming at y'all with another beautiful lesson. And as you saw prior, the clip that was put first in this lesson, man, this is what you Israelites wanted, man. This is what you Israelites supposedly put your faith in, man. This whole man's cabinet is an abomination, man. There's nothing but filth in the world, man. Wickedness is waxing worse and worse, man. Worse and worse, man. Point blank period, man. It's getting worse and worse each day, man. And y'all put y'all trust, y'all belief, y'all hope in this system, man, in Babylon, man. So you reap what you sow. And you're getting all types of abominations, man. So matter of fact, let's go to second Esdras first. Let me get a scripture out of second Esdras. I believe that's chapter 15. I think it's verse 5 or 6. So, we'll just start at 1. Let's just start at 1, and then we'll go down and see where it's at exactly. Here it is right here. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 6, and it reads this. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. So that's what you're seeing, man. You're seeing more and more wickedness coming upon the earth, man. There's no righteousness besides the hopeful elect that's coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only thing righteous about the earth right now, man. But let's go to the song of the three holy children. I know that says prayer of Azariah, but this is the song of the three holy children. And I want to get a scripture out of here real quick. All right, this is the song of the three holy children. Obviously chapter 1 verse 9, and it reads this. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High, and to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world, man. These people have no morals, man. They exalt and worship themselves, man. Their God is their belly, man. And it's just getting worse and worse, man. Every year it get worse. Every second it's getting worse and worse, man. The more and more this place is still afloat, it's just going to continue to get worse, man. Point blank period, man. It's just going to continue to get worse. Let's go to Job. Job chapter 30. Slovakia. And we're gonna read two scriptures in Job chapter 30. We're gonna read verse 1, and then we're gonna jump down to verse 8. All right, this is Job chapter 30, verse 1, and it reads this. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. So Job is talking about the Edomites, man. And he's basically saying that I wouldn't even sit these cave gorillas near my animals, man, near my dogs. I wouldn't have them, not even just myself. I wouldn't even have them near my pets, man. Let's go. Let's see what disdain mean real quick. Let's get into some definitions real quick. All right.
Strong's H 3988. My ass.
Okay, let's get the strong info. All right, it says A primitive root to sprung. Salakia. I know I pronounced that wrong. A primitive root to disappear, abhor, cast away, despise, disdain, melt away, refuse, reject, reprobate, utterly vile person. Look, utterly vile person. Man, oh man. And it says it down here, man. Refuse, reject, abhor, despise. Now, what does the biblical usage say? To reject, despise, refuse. To reject, refuse. To despise, to be rejected. Point blank, period, man. So let's go. Salakia. Let's jump down to verse 8. I want to read that too. All right, so this is Job chapter 30, verse 8, and it reads this. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Now let's see what that word viler means, man. Because these cave gorillas, man, these are base men. And base Shedemites, man.
Strong's
Base
H
nation.
5217. Nacha. Nacha.
Nakha. All right, let's get the definition for viler. A primitive root to smite, drive away, be viler. All right, let's get the biblical usage. To strike, scourge, smite. So these people were meant to be put down, man. At the end of the day, man. Point blank, period, man. And this wasn't intended to be too long. So let's go ahead and go to Hebrews, because these people are an abomination, man. Hebrews chapter 12, Salakia, verse 16. Hey, these people are an abomination, man. Okay. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16, and it reads this. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So let's go into some definitions again. Let's go into profane. Let's see what profane means. Fornicator, I believe that's like a prostitute or something like that. Matter of fact, just for the true sake, we'll just pull it out real quick. This is fornicator. A man who prostitutes his body to another lust for hire, a male prostitute. Okay, so we know what that is. That's fornicator. Okay, so let's go to profane. Let's go to profane.
Strong's G 952. Bebelos. Bebelos.
Salakia. All right, let's go down to the show Strong's info. From the base of and assemble heathenish, wicked, profane person. Heathenish, wicked, profane person. These people are profane and wicked. Heathenish customs, man. Let's go right here. Accessible, lawful to be trodden of places, profane, unhallowed, common, public places of ungodly men. Of ungodly men. Okay? Man, look, man, that's what it is, man. These people are, man, look, man. These people are not meant to rule, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai really punished us, man, with having these cave gorillas, these people that are viler than the earth, that are profane. Look, man. If y'all don't see it, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. You see what's going on, man. You see what you did, Jim Crow Joe, I ain't playing with you nigga Biden cabinet is doing out here, man. You know, they coming for your kids, man. Okay, they coming for your kids, man. They have an agenda, man. Okay, they have an agenda, and trust me, they're going to do everything in their power to fulfill their agenda, man. And we truly need Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai ASAP. Not yesterday, not 20 minutes ago, right now. We need him now, man. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I pray that this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.